Hey everybody, welcome to the Armory today. Well, we had a lot of great success with the P14 at the shooting range, and I could not be happier except the bolt is sticky. So, we're going to start investigating this. And one thing, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You see that little wear mark right there? Right where my thumb is, right on the head of the bolt. So, the bolt is supposed to be fully polished, and the gunsmith that did the barrel installation blued the head of the bolt, which is kind of interesting, and there's a couple of wear marks on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this with some Scotch-Brite, and I'm going to try to get all of the bluing off of the head of the bolt, because it's hanging up right at the end of travel as it's coming back out of the action. So I'm going to hit this with some Scotch-Brite. There's also some very minor wear marks right in the extractor groove. So I might pull the extractor out and might polish it up a little bit. So let's get started on cleaning this up. So basically all I'm going to do, I've got a piece of red Scotch-Brite here, and I'm just going to tear this, the bluing off the bolt head. So I'm going to get that done, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alright, with just a little bit of Scotch-Brite, it took the bluing right off the head of the bolt. So I'm going to lube it back up, make sure it's nice and clean, and we're going to see how well it fits in. Also, if none of this seems to help, I'm also thinking about running a brass brush up the bed of the receiver. Maybe the bluing inside the receiver is built up a little too much, so let's see what this did. Well, not much has changed. It's still real sticky. Right back here, somewhere inside this part of the receiver, it's got something real tight. So I'm not too concerned, because like I said before, this bolt is numbers matching original correct for this receiver. So I don't think we got anything weird mismatched in there. It's got to be just built up bluing, I think, in the receiver. And it might be right here where the big extractor follows through. But you can really feel it real kind of chunky right there. So let me grab a brush and see if we can clean out this channel a little bit better, and I'll be right back. Alright, after doing some work, I think I may have found what the biggest issue is. It seems to be the little collar that holds the extractor. It's got some pretty gnarly burrs on it, and was quite a bit out of shape, and it seems to have been dragging on the receiver. So with the collar off, the bolt moves real nice and free. So let's see if we can work on this collar a little bit. I got some really fine Scotch-Brite and whatnot, and we're going to try to get this back into shape and get some of the burrs off of it. So let's get that worked out. Alright, well, we're doing a lot better. It's no longer as sticky, but it is still has a little bit of resistance. So we'll have to work a couple more spots out. But I think maybe going on, I put some oil down on just this top of the extractor just to see. And sure enough, it's scraping the very top of the extractor of all the oil. And you can see a couple of lines. I don't know if it's going to come up on camera on both edges of the extractor where it's not touching. So I think we still got some touching right here, but the bolt is much smoother and much freer. So maybe I'll have to look for a new extractor. It was always part of my concern about having DP stamped in the extractor. I think it has a possibility of making it a little bit weak, but we will just have to see. I'll try to find a new extractor. Until then, it's actually cycling much better, so we'll go with it from there, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye.